Okay, hello, my butterflies. Today I'm talking about mental health awareness. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's important that I incorporate it in Sbutter-fly creations, as mental health awareness is something that I value very much, and it's important to me as well because I spend time taking care of myself and my mind and learning to have a balanced view or perspective of myself versus what others think of me, surrounding areas. So it's something I want to share and get involved in the awareness of mental health, as how for those who struggle with mental health problems, how they can cope with it, and also for those who have to deal with people, or it could be a partner, a family member, a friend who struggles with mental illness. How can you cope with that person that is going through the mental illness? How can you be a support system to them? So let's get into it. First thing that I would like to say is, for mental awareness, there are some set things that can help you to do with mental awareness. And mental health could be depression, anxiety, stress, mood swings, and stuff like that. So with depression, it can really impact. Yes. So mental health awareness has to do with depression, anxiety, stress, mood disorders, panic attacks, and things of that. So those are mental health issues that a lot of people are not aware of. If it's something that plagues you all the time, life feels overwhelming, or having too many tasks to do overwhelm you, how you can cope with that. So for Mental Health Awareness Month, I would like to share some positive points as to how we can cope with mental month, especially when we have families, work, we still have our personal life. We have to still be there for everyone, or do whatever we can do to help each other out. So Mental Health Awareness Month is going to help us to see we must be mindful of not only our mental health but of others as well. And don't be going around the place calling anyone crazy because they're having a bad day or their mood swings seem to be up and down the place. We don't want to be using that term loosely, because somebody who's having mental health issues, they're not crazy. Each of us may go through life as, some people go through life easy and can handle life, others just can't handle it. And this is why it's important that this is being advocated, to being aware of this, because it can be very overwhelming. So a few things we can discuss is, first of all, how we can deal with mental illness. So one of the things you can do is try to live one day at a time. Like I have my article, that I have a magazine that I normally use to help me cope with my issue of mental illness, right? So try to live one day at a time. That's one thing. Never be anxious, as the Bible say, about the next day, because the next day have its own anxieties. So, you know, you can recognize some of the stress that is that you can prevent. You can recognize some of those stresses. Some stress are inevitable. We won't be able to live a life completely void of stress. So, but it's the constant stress that keeps going on and on and on and on, and it just never ends. So we can break it down to see what's stressing us unnecessarily. Are we taking on other people's problems? Are we just taking on the world, everything? Could it just be there's one issue and you need to find the source of that issue, find out what is that is bothering you. So important to live one day at a time. Take it easy. Don't be taking on your future, your present, and your past at the same time, but rather learn to leave the past in the past, learn to live in the present, and learn to just look forward to the future. We know we're planning ahead to the future, but no need to worry about what's gonna happen and this gonna happen. And sometimes the future comes and none of what we imagine happens. So just learn to live one day at a time. Take it easy. Enjoy the journey of life as you go on. Don't let the distraction of the world weigh you down. You have to be here, there, everywhere, stuff like that. Learn to prioritize. Set reasonable standards for yourself. What else we can do? Know what stresses you, as I said. Then you can try to be orderly. Being organized is very important to help alleviate stress. And that is something that I try to do, is to be organized, have things orderly and in place, so it's easier to find things, easier to get things done by having a set schedule, a practical schedule set, and stick to it. And identify and correct any attitudes that may cause you to procrastinate, because procrastination is one of the biggest time stealers. So to be productive, have to avoid procrastination. That is very important. Avoid procrastination. So the more you procrastinate and then you have things done, they all pile up on you at the end of the day, and then you end up feeling crammed and rushed to get things done. Also, pursuing a balanced lifestyle is very important to mental health. Be balanced when it comes to work and money, because it's important that we have to work to provide for ourselves. Yes, bills to pay, bills don't sleep, but at the same time, you don't want to be overworking yourself to the point where you're neglecting your health. So it's important to balance that. And also it's important to have a balanced view of money, not thinking that yes, money can buy everything, because you can have all the money in the world, but if your health goes down, it may use it to help you in your health, but it disappears, and then that may not guarantee that you survive your health problem. So it's best to take care of yourself, rather than working. Money's still gonna be there. You're gonna die and money is still hanging around. So no need to be running up and down the place for money. Money is there. Our Heavenly Father Jehovah, so He will provide for us when it comes to our daily needs, and he takes care of, his creations, humans, you know. So don't worry about that. Just do your best and be balanced with your life. Like making time to relax, for instance. Also keeping technology in its place. Like constantly checking email, texts, or social media site, because sometimes you get caught up on social media, and then it distracts you from your real life, and then you just feel like you have no purpose whatsoever because of the anxieties that are bothering you. You're seeing somebody else's life and you feel like their life is better than yours, and you just sit down scrolling, maybe in your mind thinking, oh, I wish I could be like that, or I wish I could be having fun like this person. But really and truly, we all know social media is superficial. People only post and show what they want you to see. You're not seeing behind the scenes. So be balanced with social media as well. Learn when to be realistic, and learn. For me, when I feel a bit bored and I'm scrolling through social media and I feel like, oh, everything seems to be going good for everybody, it just helps me to stop and think, and like, okay, what can I do to not make myself feel like, my life is not all that? So what can I do for myself? And, think of what I can do and find something productive within, my limit to do. And to just satisfy that need that you're lacking. Like for me, if I'm going to social media and I see everybody going out and stuff like that, and I'm not going out, yes, I'm going to feel away. But it made me think and say, okay, maybe it's time for me to go out and find something to do for myself. Maybe plan a picnic on the beach, go for a hike, a walk. Simple things, go to a movie, do something, right? Plan a get together at your house, do something to make yourself feel entertained, along with spending time with families, or just visit a friend. Or maybe a friend needs help, you haven't visited a friend in a while, you can visit a friend, take you out the house, have a good laugh and stuff like that. So it's important to really understand that your mental health is important, and you have to take care of it. Getting regular exercise, eating healthy, don't be relying on alcohol or drugs to cure your stress, but rather to focus on focus on taking care of yourself, avoiding harmful substances to your body, exercising, meditating, praying, taking care of your spiritual need, reading the Bible daily. The Bible has so many great practical counsel that can help us all in our day-to-day life, right? It might seem like it's an old-fashioned book, but trust me, the Bible has advice can help us. For instance, scriptures like in Ecclesiastes that talks about a handful of rest is better than a double handful of hard work. And having a balanced view of money, family life, it can help with those as well. And then it says we have to get support. So getting support means that we have to talk to someone that we trust, not anyone, but someone that we trust and that we want, we feel comfortable to express ourselves to, without feeling judged or being looked at as being crazy. So it's important that we have people who make us safe, give us that safe zone around us so that we can feel safe when we are around them, right? So, yes, spiritual need, as I said, is also another way you can pray to God. If you don't feel like you have anybody to trust, pray to Jehovah God. Ask for help, guidance, anything, coach your soul. Just do something, then keep it in. Because most time, mental illness can lead to committing suicide, and you don't want that. So, talk to somebody, get support, talk to God, anything that you can do just to stay positive and keep going. And life is beautiful. There is so much to life. There is so much to life, right? Yes, we grow old, we sin, grow old and die, but our Heavenly Father still gave us life to enjoy life. Spend time with loved ones, enjoy the creations, just finding ways to have fun and get out of the box. So never feel like life is too much to bear. During the time that we're going through whatever we're going through, we can turn to someone that we love for help. And that's my social awareness for mental health for the May month. And I'm going to be doing some products, and keep promoting mental health awareness in a positive light, so you can keep going, you gotta keep moving. So I hope this was encouraging to anyone, someone, everybody. And feel free to ask questions. How can you cope? What the situation, stuff like that. So it's very important for those who have to deal with someone who has mental illness. It's important that you too have a support system that you can talk to and rely on. And you can remember that, when you're dealing with somebody with a mental health problem, you have to have a listening ear. Sometimes they might talk a lot of things that, you want, why they behaving like this? But rather than judging, just listen to what they're saying. I would say pick sense out of nonsense of what they're saying, rather than dwell on all other craziness. Okay, let me not use that word. All the other things they may be saying, pick out what's in this practical that you can help them with. Be a comforting ears, don't be harsh to them, be more loving, supporting. And it's important to ask if they need help, because more time people with mental health problems, they are very strong-minded. Don't think that they're weak. They're very strong-minded. They go about their life getting things done, so you thinking that they don't need anyone, but really and truly they do need. But what happened, because they're always a strong one, nobody ever come and ask them if they need help. Everybody's always coming to them for help. You understand? So it's important to ask, when they're going through that phase, ask, what can I do to help you? And actually carry it out. Be practical. If they have a list of tasks that they need to get done, help them sort that out. And if you can give a lending hand wherever you can, that would be good too. So mental health awareness, it's something that is serious, and a lot of time it goes over everybody's head. Somebody going through something and you don't pay attention, and what just happened because of that. So what you want to do is to pay attention to people who are going through mental illness, or look for the signs that they're going through mental illness. Do your research as a person who has someone who's going through mental illness. You now can do your research to understand more about that health problem and what you can do to help support the person and things like that. So that's my encouragement in my segment. Thanks for watching. Bye.